So all of the shots that you have been seeing or are seeing right now that I have over this A-roll shot has been shot with the Insta360 One R. And if you have been watching the last few or two videos, it is Christmas. Today is the 22nd of December. And if you've seen those videos, you might know that I'm really tempted to get a new action camera just because of the discounts. And I was considering the DJI Action 4 or the Action 5 Pro, but as I said in the previous videos, I have the Insta360 One R with the 4K action module, but also with the 360 module. And this is a very capable camera, and it is small and therefore makes filming when you are in public even easier than with the DJI Pocket 3, which is recording me right now. The DJI Pocket 3, it has been an MVP on my main channel because due to its smaller form factor compared to my Fuji X-M5 or my Blackmagic cinema camera that I've been using previously, it makes filming outside so much easier. But I still feel very self-conscious when utilizing that DJI Pocket 3 in public, especially like you are seeing in these B-rolls in a supermarket, for example, which is why a small little action camera like the Insta360 comes in really handy to shoot those B-roll shots. However, I did notice two very important quirks while I was doing this on the supermarket. I haven't watched this yet. I mean, I just got out of the supermarket and I actually did not see what I've been shooting yet. So what I noticed is this is still, and it is so paradox to say this is still too big in a way, because in a supermarket there are even more people. It's shortly before Christmas, so the supermarket was really crowded, and I felt still very self-conscious. Yes, this is a me problem. It's not a problem of the camera, but it made me aware that I would really like an even smaller camera. So the DJI Neo comes into mind, or the Insta360 Go, is it called Go? Those cameras are even smaller, and more importantly, I basically jerry-rigged a small little magnet to a GoPro mount, which is okay, but didn't work as good as I would have liked it to work. So I was fiddling around with this quite a lot. So not only was I self-conscious about it, because this is a little bit bigger than I was hoping for. It's not big, don't get me wrong, it's a small camera. It is, again, a me problem, but I would have loved a smaller camera. Then a better magnetic solution, which both of the DJI Neo and the Insta360 Go, they have magnets in their body, making them much more easier to kind of stick to a place. Then they also both, or at least the DJI Neo, have the monitor which is remote. So when you place the camera, you can basically check your framing. Here you have a very tiny screen on one side and no screen on the other, because the One R is a modular system. The DJI Action 4, that would be totally different, because you have a bigger screen on the back but a smaller screen on the front. It would still make it difficult to frame, now that I speak it out loud. So the DJI Neo has a lot of benefits, but the biggest downside is, and I need to confirm this, but when I was fiddling around with this and the magnet, I actually touched the display and I switched to photo mode and not to video mode in between. I don't know how that happened, but that was really annoying. So long story short, I'm fairly certain that the image quality was okay and good. I still would love 10-bit, which is why if I would get a new camera, I wouldn't buy an Insta360 because as far as I know, even the Ace only has 8-bit. So I would go with a DJI system. But this being not as small as I would have liked, really brings me back to being tempted and in getting a DJI camera, but not one of the discounted one, but rather the DJI Nano. I am extremely tempted to get the Nano because the smaller form factor would make it so much easier for me to kind of do this kind of stuff. And again, it's a me problem. I mean, I know so many people who just don't care filming themselves with a big camera in public. But I am in Germany, so there are multiple reasons why this is a little bit more of an issue in air quotes. First and foremost, people aren't that used to people vlogging in public spaces, so you would always get a little bit of weird looks. But more importantly, privacy concerns. Germany and German people are very protective of their privacy. So, and we have really strict laws. So you are not allowed to film other people here. I'm not really sure what the laws are in other countries. And I'm not sure in the USA because I see so many vloggers very unobstructed or willy-nilly filming other people in public. And this wouldn't fly in Germany. You are not allowed to do that. So, and there are actually, as I said, there are actually laws for that. So you could potentially get a fine if you film someone without their consent. So filming outside is even more of a hassle, and which kind of contributes to me feeling very self-conscious. I respect everyone, so I don't want to film someone else. And if I do, you maybe notice I always blur them out. So yeah, that is a reason why a smaller camera would make it a little bit more easier for me to actually film outside. Not necessarily to vlog, but just like in this case, film and then kind of have it as B-roll. That would be really cool. So yeah, again, this camera is really cool and very capable, and truth to be told, this is all theoretical because I don't have the funds to buy a new one, but I like to think about kind of caving into this gear acquisition syndrome. But as I said, I would love to get the DJI Nano, but I just need to be realistic. This is good enough. And yeah, just get over it, Bo. Just try to utilize this a little bit better. Anyways, so yeah, let me know what you think about this. Does any one of you have the DJI Nano or the Insta360 Go? What are your thoughts about the camera being that small, and does it actually make it easier for you to film outside? Let me know in the comment section below. And maybe check out the video from yesterday in the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe and hype and like and click the button up here. That way we see each other tomorrow. Thank you very much.